Hello, welcome to this video. This is Mr. Chow from EnglishTuition.org. Now, I just wanted to make a quick video about the N-levels results and the PSLE results for the academic year 2022. So, as you know, the N-levels results has just been released yesterday, and PSLE a few weeks back. So, O-level results will be released next month. Right, so I will possibly post an update later. So this video is for my students only, okay? So it's not for the entire cohort of the N-levels or the PSLE. Storytelling time, right? Hopefully, maybe you can find something useful within the video. So let's get started. So let's start by sharing some of the N-levels results, okay, for the academic year 2022. So for this year, there are a total of 3 students who took the N-levels national examinations. So they have achieved, one got a grade A, while 2 other students got grade 3s, right? So let's go one by one and look at what is their target and what is their usual progress, and then finally what is the final grade for the national exam. So for GA, GA has been with me for 4 years. So most of the time he's doing very well for English, right? So that he's just struggling. He's actually from the NT stream, but he's taking NA for English, okay, for that particular subject only. All right, so his target is to get a 3 for English, and the usual progress is, well, going to and fro between 3 and 4, and in the end he achieved his target, so no surprise there, and he was happy. And for his NT N-level subjects, I see a lot of A's, right? So all in all, he put in a very good fight, okay, put in a lot of effort, and he's happy with his overall results. Now the second student, JA, she also has a target of 3. I taught her for about 2 years in secondary school, and when I got her, she was struggling a little bit, going the other direction, which is heading towards the borderline pass, right? And her usual progress is typically between 4 to 5, right? So hovering around the 60s range, and eventually for national exams she achieved a grade 3. All right, and she's also happy with her results, because that's the target to get a minimum of grade 3. And the last student I want to mention is CS, right? CS did very well for the N-levels exam. She set a target for grade 3 because she was doing well in all her other subjects. Math, science, everything is fine, right? Typically able to get grade 1 and 2 for the other subjects. Just that, she's a little bit worried about her English, because English she was getting grade 4, all right? And she wants to bump up to at least a 3 and above, right? So in order to qualify for the Poly Foundation Program, the PFP, which is only available for N-level students, right? So in the end, she was so happy because she achieved a grade 1, okay, the best grade, okay, and surpassed all expectations, right? She never thought that she was able to get a grade 1, okay, for English, because that has been her weakest subject. So it turned out that when the national exam results was released, English turned out to be her best grade, okay, achieve a grade 1. So to sum it up, that just goes to show that the teaching itself, okay, has been proven over the years to be effective. All right, so if students only have to think about how they can overcome their own limits, instead of trying to cast doubt on the teaching itself, right? So what is the target that you set for yourself, right? So what are the limiting factors, right, that is preventing you from achieving those targets, right? So if you're willing to follow the teaching, you're willing to follow the instructions, and you're willing to put in the effort, okay, there's no reason why you cannot get a grade 1 for your subject. So I think just a quick comparison between the 3 students. Of course, CS comes in with the most consistent homework. I never have to worry about her not handing in homework, and if she does miss 1 or 2 homework, she has valid reasons, right? Whereas for GA and JA, the homework is well, somewhat inconsistent, right? So it's on and off. Are they still putting in effort? The answer is yes, right? But it's not as consistent as CS, right? So You can see the difference in attitude, okay, you can see the difference in effort, and finally this is reflected in the difference in the English grades for the N levels. All right, so but all in all, good effort for all three students, right? They managed to hit the targets that they want, right? So I would say that they have successfully achieved their personal best. All right, so with that, let's move on to the PSLE students. Okay, and similarly for for this year, I have 3 students taking the PSLE examination, right? And PSLE, as you know, happens very early within the year, in September. Okay, and one got an AL3, and while the other 2 get AL6. So AL6 might look, not much, right? So, but what is behind the grade? I think that's what's important, and we should discuss about that. All right. So the first student I want to mention is MY. Okay, MY sets a target for herself is to pass, right? To get above 50, right? And her target is 6. So when I got her, she was actually, already failing the subject, right? And moving the wrong direction. Okay, so if without the help of the lessons, her target of 6 may be questionable, right? She's not very confident that she can hit, AL6. Just for your information, for those who are unfamiliar with the grading system, the range for the AL6 is very large, right? Okay, starting from 45 and all the way to 65. So there's like a 20 mark range for AL6, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so that means that if a student gets a 60 marks for the overall score for the exam, he or she will still get the AL6 grade. A student who gets only 45 marks will also get AL6, but there's a huge difference between 64 and 45, right? So we don't know what is hiding behind this grade. Okay, so a 45 mark would means that the foundation of the students is very, very, very weak, and there's a high chance that this student, even on the result slip it shows AL6, but when he progresses to secondary level, okay, he will struggle a little bit more, right, compared to the other students, right? As compared to a student who is getting like 64, but result slip shows AL6, but 64 actually means that the foundation is actually average, well, not the best, right? Average foundation. So there is a base there, for the student to build on, okay, when he or she proceeds to secondary level. Okay, so parents should be aware, okay, of what is happening, and whether he's towards the high range of the AL6 or the low range of the AL6. Okay, if it's the high range, nothing much to worry about, right? Once you go to secondary school, he can still do some catching up. But if at the low range of AL6, okay, then there's a lot of work to be done. Now for the next student, YK happens to be the classmate of MY. They did not sign up for the lessons together, okay, but it so happens that both of them end up in my class, right, in the same class, right? He also has a target of 6, and they belong to the same class. Both of them English is very weak, right? And he's also failing the subject. He's so fearful, okay, that he's not able to make it past PSLE, right? But he is very hardworking, to his credit, okay, and he's very cooperative during the lessons and always completes his homework. So by the time PSLE arrives, we are able to lift his scores up to a confident pass. So we still expect him to get AL6, because to get 65, okay, and above, okay, is a huge ask, right, for this couple of students, right? So we want to encourage them, right, to take things one baby step and help them build up the confidence. And but he was getting like in his 50s, right, no longer failing the subject by the time he's taking his PSLE, right? So in the end, he managed to achieve a score of 6 and got into a NA stream, all right, for YK. So both of them achieved their goals, right? They're happy about it. Parents are happy, okay? And the last student, TR is slightly more advanced compared to the other 2 students. This kid, he can study very well, very smart, intelligent kid, right? His target is 3. Okay, why 3? Because during the course of our practice, he tends to be a tad careless in his exam papers, right? In order to get 1 and 2 you must aim for close to perfect score. Everything must be close to perfect score, which is very, very, very difficult to achieve, right? And sometimes school papers can be a bit challenging as well. So he tends to come back with the AL4 and sometimes even AL5, falling back to AL5, right? But most of the time, right, his practice paper shows that he's capable of getting AL4, right? But we try to push him towards AL3, try to get him to reduce the careless mistakes, and in the end, he did well. He managed to achieve AL3, okay, and went into an express stream. So good for him. All right. So that's the quick update for the students who have taken PSLE and N levels. As for the O levels, maybe in a subsequent video, okay, that's have to be after school reopens, right? Because the results will only be released in January. Okay. Hopefully, we see, we can learn something from these stories, right? As long as you put in a consistent effort, you have a clear goal, clear target, and you're sure that you have a good tutor, good teacher who is able to guide you and provide you the support, provide you the resources, provide you the encouragement. So that takes away the reason why you should not be achieving the target that you want to achieve. All right. So with that said, we've come to the end of this short little video. Hope you have enjoyed it. So to sign up for lessons, please visit EnglishTuition.org for more details. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.